Jade Barbosa of Brazil. Shawn Johnson actually is in 5th place.
Actually was watching Jade's performances from the Pan American Games earlier this summer, and I thought, wow, this kid has great gymnastics, hard gymnastics, just like that mount on the balance beam. She's not afraid to take risks.
It's a powerhouse. The main reason why she is the co-leader at this point is because her first event, she started on vaulting, and of all the other contenders, her start score 7/10 higher than anybody else.
Well, and also the fact that her coach, Oleg Ostapenko, who coached Lilia Pakapayeva in 1996 to the all-around Olympic champion spot, I mean, he knows a little something about producing champions, and he's done a very good job with this young lady.
No question.
Very sure of herself. She's had a lot of elements, and I said she started off her routine with a lot of difficulty, and she ends with the same amount of difficulty. Check this out. Full length of the beam, round off flip-flop, double pike. It's a great set.
Well, she's not going away.
Difficulty in this exercise, and as Elfie stated, travels the entire length of the beam for this dismount sequence. She's doing a great job.
Big score, 15.7 for Jade Barbosa. Next, we'll watch Shawn Johnson on the balance beam. She admitted to us, you Elfie, after the team competition, that she let the beam get in her head a little bit, and this was the result of that.
She was a little bit nervous after Nastya Liukin fell off the beam. It kind of rattled her a little bit. But I've been watching her warm-ups, paying very close attention to what she did in her 30-second warm-up. And she was extremely solid. So I think she's perhaps back on her game.
Here it is. Well, geez.
Good save.
Good save. Almost a carbon copy, but holds on. It'll be a slight deduction, but certainly not the 8/10 she would have received if she had come off the beam. Another big one right here, back with a full.
Gosh, that's a nice skill. Full twist.
So powerful. Little bit of balance checks, but
a couple little arm misplacements here and there. Become accustomed to watching Shawn on balance beam in every other event, I suppose, where, you know, you sit back and you just watch her perform. You know she's going to be spot on, and this has been a little bit less than her perfect self.
Pretty darn good when you don't have to be perfect and you can still be world champion. There's one major element remaining, dismount. Only gymnasts I've seen do this at these worlds. Full twisting double.
She'll take that score.
That is a huge, huge event for Shawn Johnson to have out of the way.
Will serve her well when she's in the same position, perhaps somewhere down the line. I think it was good for her. It probably doesn't feel good. It was probably good for her to have a major mistake in a competition like this.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more, because it got to the point where we watched her at the American Cup, the Pan American Games, national championships, and I thought, does this kid ever make a mistake? And I was a bit shocked when we saw her in the first day of team competition and she fell on her bar dismount. Right. I thought, wow, okay, she's human.
Well,
she's human.
She learned a lot. You know, she learned some lessons, but she still comes away world champion. And possibly here in the all-around, too.
Now to Nastia Liukin, who was tied for the lead, remember, after the second rotation. Shade Barbosa did well. She didn't crumble. And now Liukin's got to keep pace.
If she does what she's capable, she will go into the last rotation with a pretty big lead. She's certainly capable of getting into the 16s. And if she's going to need to do that because floor is not her strongest event. It can still happen for Nastia Liukin.
And this skill coming up right here is a big test for her.
Lay out and
Off.
that'll do it right there. 8/10 for falling. She'll lose the value of the skill. Her start score will go down.
She tried everything to stay on that beam.
You know, and she really, it's not an easy pass for her. She definitely has dealt with it at these World Championships up until then, but it is not something that is a easy thing for her.
The crowd was really nice when she got back on.
They've actually been very supportive here in Stuttgart.
Of all athletes.
Yeah, really cheering them on. And I'd say it's the last thing in the world you want to hear, though.
Yeah.
It's when you're standing on the ground, you got to jump back up again. It doesn't make you feel any better.
Remember in the team competition, she had problems and balked on the dismount.
A little bit long right here, too, kind of getting her bearings.
Well, you can see the exasperation, and that's the look that she had on her face at the recent national competition.
I think the problem actually preceded this combination of skills. She did a forward movement that connected into all of this backward stuff, and it actually had her a little bit offline, and it threw her off for all of those skills that were leading backwards. Too bad. 8/10.
It's going to really cause her to fall in the standings. We'll see how bad the damage is after this.
On-call emergency, this is Rashawn.
Yeah, my mom's having a seizure while she's driving.
Okay, I'm contacting the police, okay?
Okay.
Emergency services en route to your location.
I'm getting scared.
Don't be scared. As long as you hear my voice, you don't have to be scared, okay?
They're right here. They're here.
They're here now?
Yeah.
Don't cry. Now that the police are there, they'll be able to take care of mommy, okay?
Thank you.
You'll find OnStar on